Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, today we're doing a Nigerian tag. The first question, what is your name and what does it mean? Your Nigerian name. My Nigerian name is Doyin and it means honey, oin, has been added to my wealth. Hola, Doyin Sola. So my Nigerian name is Onyechukwu. Oh, should I say my whole name? No, do you want the government to come and release your information? Then the people on the internet will come and find you. For you people out there, my name is Onyechukwu. It means God's gift. Aww. Yes. The next question is, what tribe are you from? I'm sure you can tell from our names. I'm Yoruba and my mom is from Ijebu-Ode. Did I even pronounce that correctly? I mean, that's Ijebu. She's an Ijebu woman. And me, Igbo girl. Born and raised in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Born and raised, Jane? I was born in Port Harcourt, River State, but my dad is from Anambra State, so I'm an Anambra baby. I guess this question is more for me. Have I ever been to Nigeria? So I was born in the States, but I have been to Nigeria. I went when I was 9. I stayed there for 9 months. I went to school. It was a whole shebang. You went to school there? Yeah. I didn't know. I went to Unique Blossom. My future is bright. Forever I will blossom. So if anybody went to Unique Blossom, let me know. Let us connect. Us alumni, we need to connect. Link up. I've been to Nigeria. I was born there, but I came to the US when I was like 2 years old. I guess like a lot of people think that if you're born or raised in the States, you can't speak the language. So can you speak Igbo? I can speak Igbo. I can understand everything. Oh yeah, just speak a little bit of Chineke. I can completely understand Yoruba. Anything that you say to me, I can understand it. But when I speak it, I have a little bit of an accent, but I'm working on it. So, should I say something? Yeah. Okay. Orúkọ mi ni Doyin Sola. What else should I say? I don't even know what to say. My mom's gonna be so disappointed. All the Yoruba I will send her. Okay, tell me what to say. Say, how are you? Hey, you have failed my life. Mommy, I'm sorry. Jane Niorem. What did you just say about me? I said you're my friend. What else? Mo fejon. Don't be insulting me. Next question. See, she wants to insult people, but I can just tell by the tone and I can tell by the eyebrow raise. I don't know nearly as much Igbo as you know Yoruba. And that's another thing that's beautiful about Nigeria. That so many people in Nigeria speak so many languages. And I feel like people don't realize that. And that's something that just happens in Africa in general. People are just naturally multilingual and speak multiple languages. But like my mom knows a little bit of Igbo. Of course, she knows English. She knows Yoruba. You know, she can sprinkle a little outside. Yeah. Well, I'm just here in the States. We can barely speak English. No, that's so true. My grandmother speaks like 5 languages. And my mom is fluent in Yoruba too, and Igbo. If she wants to say something that she doesn't want me to understand, she'll say it in Yoruba. Because she knows I understand Igbo, but I don't understand Yoruba. And then each language has different dialects. Like the Yoruba language has different dialects, and I'm sure the same goes for Igbo too. So it's just crazy and it's just so beautiful. But I love it. Let me not get all into the anthropology on y'all on here, because I'll be on here talking for a while. Oh wait. We can't disclose where we go to school. Can't disclose classified information. Classified information. Next question is, what are your favorite Nigerian foods? Jollof rice, of course. Egusi soup with pounded yam. What else? Moi moi, suya. When it just hits these words. My favorite, I love dodo. Okay. I can eat dodo at the I love plantain too. Yes. Is egg. Additionally, for breakfast, so you put the tomati, alubosa. I'm a huge fan of egusi, ati fufu, and you just get the you roll it and you do.
Wait, you just dip it.
And you just swallow it. Going off of that question, I guess the next obvious one is, what's your favorite drink? And I think we share a similar taste. Personally, we're huge fans of
Yoruba. It's so good. The way it just quench my thirst.
The way you just bite off the plastic and you just go.
I get sickness.
You do not get sick from pure water?
I did get sick.
Really?
When I went to Nigeria, I was like, why is my stomach hurting? It's because I had pure water.
Your pure water was not pure. Can you cook any of your favorite Nigerian foods?
I can cook jollof rice. I'm working on cooking more and more soups. One day I just want to be like my mom.
Same. My mom is so good at cooking. I think at this point I've mastered jollof rice and I've mastered like regular stew.
Yeah, the basic stew.
The basic stew, but now
dodo.
Dodo, of course.
Yeah.
But now I have to work my way up to like egusi and like pomo and just
okra soup is not hard, but to make it so it tastes like the right consistency,
add in the right amount of water, and I also need to build up my arm strength so that when I'm doing I have to hit the gym so I can be turning the fufu.
Go and be lifting weights in the gym. So the next question is more of like personal. Do you see yourself like married to a Nigerian?
That's a good question. I do, just because I want to be able to pass on the language, and clearly by myself it would be somewhat of a struggle. So it would be nice to have someone with me that also speaks Yoruba that we can teach our children. But you know, love is blind. Love does not care about your ethnicity. So as long as you're a black man.
True. I want to be with a Nigerian, but then sometimes it's like, it's not a must, but I want my children to grow up with the culture. I want my children to grow up with the language. It's possible with just me and my husband if he's from a different ethnicity, but I feel like if he's also Igbo, we're from the same tribe, it'll be that much easier. So that's one thing I always keep in mind, you know, when I'm picking my options.
When you're picking your
options. I'm putting my eggs in the basket.
Planting your seeds and watering it. What is your favorite aspect of Nigerian culture? For me, I love Yoruba weddings. It's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You know, when you have the little sister reading the letter, and then you have the husband's family come and prostrate for the wife's family. It's just so beautiful. And then spraying the money and the day is done nice, and everybody has sewn their own asha. It's just so nice. It's so beautiful. Midtown wedding.
Traditional wedding. White wedding. Both is a must.
For you two, your favorite aspect of Nigerian culture?
Yeah, I love the weddings. When we have wake keepings, it's always just, we're never dull, you know? We don't dull. Spraying money, music, everyone's dancing, it's just positive. And that's one thing I really love.
Yeah.
I love being Nigerian, honestly.
It's just such rich culture. It's such a rich country. So many tribes.
It's just beautiful.
I just love it. Would you move back to Nigeria?
Would I move back to Nigeria? Once the government figures out, once Buhari, I would. I'll just keep it.
Personally, I think I would too, but I don't think I'll move back unless my mom is moving back with me.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't move back alone. Yeah. Even though I have family there.
Yeah. I would want to be with my
immediate family.
Yeah.
The next question is, who's your favorite Nigerian music artist?
For me, it changes a lot depending on who has the hottest song out at the moment. I really like Olamide. I really like his music. He always puts good stuff out. He just has such a nice voice. I'm a fan.
I love Olamide. But I think my favorite, I'll have to say Fino. Why? I'm ready for the night. I'm ready for tonight.
So next question, what is your favorite insult? I think that like Nigerian parents can be pretty creative when it comes to the insults.
They call you anything. Paralyzed French fry.
Uncalibrated dono. When I was growing up, my aunt would call me and my brothers Eroko Malu, which is basically cowhead. She'd be like, Eroko Malu. So creative. What is the dumbest question you've ever gotten about your culture?
One time, someone asked me if in Nigeria, if we live in huts. Like, do we have houses and buildings? Oh yeah, answer the question yourself.
One girl, she asked me how my mother got to the United States. And I just looked at her like, she waited for the Atlantic Ocean to freeze and then she skied across. She skied across. What type of question you want? And she's like, oh, you know, I just didn't think that, you know, Africa or Nigeria was that well connected and had like consistent flights. Are you mad?
Ndiacha.
And not in a good way.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. Do you know the Nigerian anthem? You see how?
Oh, my Uber's outside.
So I know like the first line. Why did I almost start singing the Ghanaian one?
Triple.
Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call pay to serve our fatherland in love and strength and faith. That's it. That's all I know. And then I know the first line in Yoruba.
So the next question is kind of a more serious one. Did you need to grow into your Nigerian culture? Because I know a lot of people struggle with that.
For me, since I was pretty young, I would always say I'm Nigerian. And that's just like the way I was raised, like you're Nigerian, that's who you are. Which is always pretty interesting because in the United States it's like you're not from America, where are you from? And then you say Nigerian, but then when you're home and you say, oh, I'm Nigerian, people are like, no, you're not, you're from America, you're from the United States. So it's like you're constantly in this limbo, but at the same time from a very young age I was just like very aware of my culture and what it was, and I think it's something that I just became more proud of as I grew older. And there was one story actually, it's pretty funny. I used to get teased for my last name, or for both of my names, my first and last name. And I would go home like upset to my mom, and my mom would be like, be proud of your name, like you know exactly where your name is from. Because of your name you can point to the map and say where you're from, and not a lot of people can do that. So I remember I went to school the next day, I was like, well, stop making fun of my name because at least I have my real last name. And it was so controversial.
Oh my God.
It was so bad. They called home, they were like, your daughter is being rude. But it's just like, I don't know, from a very young age I've just always had pride in being Nigerian.
Growing up, it's always been ingrained in me that you're Nigerian, you're not American. So when people would ask me where I'm from, I would always say I'm Nigerian. I've always identified with Nigeria 100%.
So I guess the next thing we can talk about is Nigerian pop culture, because there's just always something funny popping up on my feed about Nigeria, and just
it's crazy. One of my favorite, I'm sure you guys already know, Baba the Risky. Bobrisky.
The baddest. Oh shit. Remember when he had that snap where he was in the dark room and he was like
Stop. Baby.
in the room by himself.
That man is just a scammer.
Also, there's been a lot of conversation about the Nigerian immigrant group to the US and like the impact that Nigerians have had on American culture, or culture in the United States, and what that has looked like. And that's just also something I've also had to think about as far as my Nigerian identity, and like why we're one of the largest immigrant groups and we're considered one of the most successful, like what that means for other Black groups and how people see us and want to separate us. Alright, so thanks for watching, y'all, and if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you want to see what I'm up to, feel free to follow me on Instagram.
Her Instagram is right here.
Olorilewa, beautiful queen.
Yes. But yeah, guys, do not forget to subscribe, like, share it, shoot, even